Are you considering moving your family to Spokane, but wondering if living here is as great as you've heard? In this video, I'm going to share with you the 5 worst things about living in Spokane so you have an accurate picture of what it's like to live here before you pull the trigger on your move. And be sure to stay to the end for the one annoying thing that most people don't think about when moving to Spokane. If we haven't met before, my name is Emily Silcock and I'm a realtor that specializes in educating and helping families relocate to Spokane. We moved to Spokane from Seattle in early 2020 and I really do love living here, but I'm going to be sharing with you some things that surprised me about living in Spokane and just some common complaints that people have with living here. All right, let's hop right in. Number 1, winter. I actually enjoy Spokane winters, having come from somewhere where it's just gray and drizzly all the time, but many people really hate the winters here. And you might too if you're moving from somewhere like sunny California. Spokane winters tend to be very cold, foggy, and also very snowy. And while the snow can be pretty and fun at first, it tends to linger around for a long time, which is not only ugly with all of the dirty snowbanks around town, but also just annoying and sketchy if you're trying to get outside to go for walks or runs. There's really not a ton to do in the winter here unless you're into skiing, snowboarding, or possibly snowshoeing, in which case you'll probably love the winters. You will need 4-wheel drive to get around, especially if you end up living in the South Hill. Number 2, diversity. If you're looking for diversity, Spokane may not be the place for you. 85% of Spokane's population is white. Along with the lack of diversity comes a lack of ethnic food options, which is something that I took for granted while living in Seattle for many years. I've yet to find amazing Mexican food in Spokane, so if you're watching this and you know of a place, please let me know in the comments. Number 3, homelessness, drugs, and crime. Spokane is unfortunately known for its homeless population, crime, and issues with meth and other hard drugs. This is largely concentrated in the downtown area, but property theft, such as packages going missing from your porch or things stolen from cars, can also be common in many of the neighborhoods. The city of Spokane is working on more homeless shelters, but Spokane continues to suffer from a lack of affordable housing and a rising cost of living, which are both exacerbating the homelessness problem. Number 4, streets. Since most of your driving in Spokane is done on service streets, you'll quickly realize how bad the condition of Spokane roads are. The freeze-thaw cycle that happens in the winter, combined with snow tires and snow plows, lead to huge potholes and ruts all over the city. So you'll literally feel like you're off-roading half the time that you're driving. The city is slow to make repairs, and even in upscale neighborhoods where you're paying a lot to live there, you're gonna find that the street conditions are pretty dreadful. Number 5, air travel. This is the one annoying thing that I didn't anticipate when moving here, but have really come to despise. The Spokane airport does have nonstop flights to 22 cities, but if you're going to the East Coast, Hawaii, or anywhere overseas, you're gonna have an additional layover in somewhere like Seattle or another major hub. The inconvenience of this has become even more apparent now that we have a toddler who we'd prefer to not have in transit for additional hours. Also, since the airport is fairly small, the times available to fly in and out of Spokane can be limited. But I will say that the upside of the Spokane airport is it's very easy to navigate and security lines are typically pretty short, so you don't have to get there super early. All right, that wraps up the top 5 worst things about living in Spokane. If you're still finding yourself wanting to move to Spokane, be sure to check out my video on my top 5 tips for buying a house in Spokane from afar. And please reach out if there are any other questions I can answer about living or relocating here. Spokane really is a great place to live as long as you find the right fit for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.